Okay, hi, this is Coach Holland here again. We're going to talk today about an end game called the rolling barrier. Sometimes it's also called the up the stairs checkmate. And basically the idea is just another end game where you can see the queen and rook work together to checkmate a lone king. And I have my son here, Corbin, and he's going to help us through this. Okay, Corb, so first of all, I want you to notice that we have the queen here and the rook here, and the rook is controlling this entire line here. So the king can't travel over this line because the king can never step in check, right?
Yes.
So we're going to use these two pieces to push the king to the side of the board and then give him checkmate. All right, so what do you think our first move is going to be?
Queen A5.
Queen to A5. Move the queen to A5. Boom. Okay, so along this line, the queen is now checking the king. The king can't move here or here. And the king can't run this direction because the rook is taking away all of these squares, these three squares as well. So he has to be pushed back. So he's probably going to go right there. What's the next move?
Rook B6.
Okay, rook to B6. Now, the rook is giving the check, not the queen, but the rook, because as you can see, the rook is checking along this line here, but the king can't move this way because the queen is covering these squares right here. What's the next move?
Queen A7.
No. Oh, I'm sorry, the king has to move. So the king goes here. All right.
Queen.
So he's thinking, aha, I'll attack the king. I'll attack the rook. What do you think the next move is going to be?
Queen A7.
Queen to A7. Check. Now, the king would just love to take the rook right here, but he can't because the queen is protecting it, and the king can't move into check, right? Right. Okay,
Yay.
The king can't move here or here because of the rook. The queen is checking along this line here, so the king has to push back to the edge of the board. And he does. And what's the final move, Corbin?
Rook B8.
Rook to B8. Blammo.
Bum, bum,
Checkmate. All right. Well, as you can see, we rolled the king down the board using our queen and rook. So let's go back to the original position. And let's see what it looks like if we exchange the queen for a rook at A3. Okay, and we'll have a white rook at A3. All right, so same thing, right? Okay, let's see what happens. All right, so what's the first move?
Rook A5.
Rook to A5. Check. King. Okay, so now the rook is giving the check along this line. And the rook is protecting these squares here, so the king can't go that way. He has to go backwards. Next.
Rook B6.
Rook to B6. Again, same thing. King must move backwards, and he's attacking the rook. What's the next move?
Rook H6.
Rook to H6. Now, why did you do that? Rook all the way to H6 is what he's claiming we should do. Why? Why don't we play rook to A7? And in the last variation, we played the queen to A7, and it worked out just fine. How come we can't do that now?
Because the king would take the rook on B6.
Right. If we were to play rook to A7 here, then the king could actually take the rook onto B6, which would be really, really bad. So, Corbin cleverly moved his rook out of harm's way all the way over to H6. Okay, so now the king can do whatever he wants, but he can't cross this line here, all right? So he moves right here. He's thinking, haha, I've stopped you from checking on A7. So what are you going to do now?
Rook G5.
Okay, so he's transferring the rooks to the other side of the board. Okay, so the king makes his move.
Rook G7.
Rook to G7. All right, and the king makes his final move.
Rook H8.
Rook to
Checkmate.
H8. And there you have it. That is the rolling barrier checkmate, or as we like to call it, the up the stairs mate. And have fun using that in your games. Bye-bye.